Very excited also to have this next amazing lady. She travels all over the colonies. There's only 3, but she's all over them. Just all over them, and she reports the loose news. Put your hands together for Karen Forman!
Wonderful, wonderful. Good morrow. What cheer. How now? Oh, prithee, you heard correctly. I'm here to deliver the loose news. That's right. It may or may not be accurate. The loose news. You know how I doth. Ah, double cross sign, dothing it and dothing it and dothing it well. The loose news! It's better than a moose chasing a goose on a caboose. Oh, rhyming. It is how I got through that harrowing Mayflower journey. Perhaps you will all recall the poem I wrote entitled, Be I Alive or Is This Hell? Oh. And here it is. We aimed for Virginia, but oops, we landed on Cape Cod. Don't question that mistake. It was decided by God. We were docked in England for a month before we left. Ship living left us all completely bereft. Then 2 months at sea when it should have been 1. TB, scurvy, and pneumonia, we were done. And by done, I mean dead. So many of us died. Christ told us to take this trip, but maybe he lied. Such tight quarters and the ceiling just 5 feet, we had to make do with so few rations to eat. We had to excavate our bowels for all to see. But Christ did provide a bucket for thee. It was a prosperous wind that brought us here, but not a kind wind, only half are dead, I fear. I say over half because this is the loose news. I hath not accurate numbers, and I don't know any Jews. Not a one. Prithee, I believe it was about 3/4 of us that actually perished. From scurvy, TB, pneumonia, a combination of all 3 of those, yes. But also from a lack of vitamin D. So, have you all gotten any D lately? Get thee some D. People are not getting enough D. Am I right, good wives? The more D, the better is what I always say. Over the lips, under the gums, look out, tummy, here comes that D. D for vitamin D. Get thee some D into thine mouth hole. Double cross sign, the bigger the D, the better for thee. Now, have you all found God? Christ compelled us to come here to spread the gospel of his kingdom to remote parts of the world. Double cross sign, this is how we doth it. Now, here at the Loose News, I doth one rant, where I get very upset, so I apologize for the wrath you're about to experience. Here I go. Why did we bring so many hat makers over with us on the Mayflower? We do not need any more hats. We need housing. Can you build a hat that can fit a family of 14? Look, we all have hats. We wear the same hats every day. We're pilgrims. At the least, we need someone who can do hat repairs. You know what my brother wears on Tuesdays? The hat with the buckle. You know what he wears every other day? Also, the hat with the buckle. He takes his hat off on the Sabbath to give his head a rest, and that is no fun for anyone because it's very stinky. On that note, our shampooer has died of scurvy, so that job is open. And now for trends and gossip. Let me tell you about the Mayflower diet. Rachel Winslow did it, and she lost 5 stones before she died. Thou should have seen her at her funeral. She never looked better in real life. In related news, we need more grave diggers. Hast thou seen Martha Putnam lately? I witnessed her the other day, wearing no chemise, drinking grog from a bobbling cog, and eating goober peas out of a firkin. A firkin! How arsey-varsy. Oh, and now for entertainment news. Announcing the upcoming Boatway shows. Is that a general smiting in your lower parts, or are you happy to see me? Starring Deggery Priest as the Bloody Flux, John Crackstone as General Sickness, and Godbert Godbertson as himself. Then there's West Side of the Boat Story, and that will be premiering next week. Are you a Puritan or a Flibberty Gibbet? Because when you're a Puritan all the way, from your first ever prayer to your last dying day. And finally, don't miss Jan Janzoon Vermont, who will be starring in Cats. The missed connections section of the loose news. I'm not even going to bother reading it. They're probably dead. Look, here's one. Is Cuthbert Cuthbertson here tonight? No? He's most certainly dead. Why bother? Why did we name our first settlement Burial Hill? It should have been called Clinging to Life Mountain. I certainly hope that Casper Barnhart stays alive until our wedding on Saturday. I have some bad news. The governor has perished. Also, unfortunately, John Goodman and Peter Brown are lost somewhere in the woods. They were looking for thatch for the construction of new houses, and they were the only two people who knew how to do that. So, double cross sign, happy Thanksgiving, hobos. As always, I'm sorry for thou losses and thou crosses. Here's some good news to lift thy spirits. The natives have been kind enough to teach us how to grow corn. John Monsanto has taken over that task, and he's very covetous. Whew. Now, I doth know this is a comedy celebration, so I have written a couple of jokes. Thou wilt slap thine own thigh and kench aloud when you hear mine jokes. How do you fare, good wife? Oh, thine hair, were you strucketh by lightning? Knock, knock. Johansson. Johansson Edwards, your neighbor. Knock, knock. No one, they've all died. Oh, and by the by, yo mama is so dead. No, yo mama Carver has died. Oh, and also, yo mama is so dead. Yo mama Thompson has also perished. Y'all rude and insensitive. What snollygosters you all are. Oh, I see the torch of warning. That be my time. Fare thee well. Doth not forget to get that D. D for vitamin D. Hence, let us celebrate. Sluice your gobs. Double cross sign, huzzah. Thank you all so much. Good morrow.
Keep it going for Karen Forman and her very loose